Jeff Ulbrich says it's going to be a different year this year for that defense, and it better be. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today I'm talking about the New York Jets defense. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow on socials at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. New episodes drop every single Monday. They're going to be switching to Wednesday very soon. During the regular season, they switched to Wednesdays, so we could do a midweek show. And then, of course, naturally, Patreon bonus content over there. New episode of 16 West drops on Thursday. So here's the direct quote from Jets defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. We absolutely like it. We are a different defense, and it's going to be a different year. As I said, it very well should be, because the defense stunk last year outside of the first 4 games of the year. Ironically, in the Jets' first 4 games, the defense is kind of what kept them hanging around. It's one of the reasons why they were able to win the Tennessee game. They were coming up with big plays. And before that, against Mac Jones and the Patriots, they looked pretty good in week 2. Week 1, they looked pretty good against the Panthers. Against Denver, it was like, you're fine. But then against the Falcons in week 5, things really started to go off the rails. Ulbrich was also kind of doubling down on this rotation idea that he's going to do, and they're going to rotate heavy. Last year, John Franklin Myers was the one leading the way in snap percentage on the defensive side of the ball at 60.22. That means Quentin Williams was under that, which I'm really, really hoping isn't the case in 2022, because number one, it's a contract year. And if you're going to say, all right, we're going to pay this guy 17, 18, $20 million a year, whatever it takes, depending on, how he plays this year, and he's only going to play 56% of the snaps, like what are we doing? Why? In what world does he have to play a similar snap percentage to some of these lesser guys on the roster? I'm not anti-rotation at all. I just feel like Ulbrich is very, very stubborn in his ways. And last year, it didn't work, this defense. It wasn't working, and they just never, ever, ever tried to adjust it. They were sticking with the system, and I think it's okay to adjust as need be. Now, he's also, in this article, he was talking about how Karl Lawson coming back is going to be a good example for the young guys. And I am so excited to see Karl Lawson return to this defense. Number one, for the reason that he points out, he's going to be helpful to some of the younger guys on this roster. That much is a given, but he's going to be the Jets' best edge rusher this year. If he's healthy, he has the most talent by far. I think he is going to be healthy this year. I expect big things from him this year. I am super excited to watch him on the football field. He was tearing it up in training camp last year before the unfortunate injury before the Jets preseason game against the Green Bay Packers. It was such a bummer to lose him. Losing him and Mekhi Becton were 2 of the biggest blows to this team that you could have ever imagined in the 2021 season. It was very frustrating. But when you look at how this team ranked last year, 32nd, worst in the NFL on total defense. They're 25th in sacks, 27th in pressure percentage. Has to go up in 2022. There's no excuses. And I'm not going to be naive and say that, this is going to turn into a top 12 defense overnight. There's a lot of talent in here. There's still some weaknesses, but how about just jump from 32, which makes you non-competitive, up to, I don't know, in the 20 range, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit better. I think best case, you're looking at like 18 to 24 is, I feel like, the range that the Jets total defense is going to finish in. And I'm hoping closer to the 20 and under side. But the defense still has some ways to go at the linebacker position, at the free safety position. And hey, maybe some of these guys surprise and they overachieve and go a little bit higher than that. But I think it's a pretty fair and reasonable expectation to say, hey, this defense just can't be awful. They could be okay. And if the Jets defense is okay with how their offense projects to be, then this New York Jets team should be just fine. But Ulbrich, you're right. It better be a different year, because if it's not, well, he's going to be looking for a new job. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. Please make sure to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll talk to you next time.